Hey everybody, Heidler Tamerlane back with another weekly painting progress. This week was sadly a kind of boring week. I didn't get a whole lot done. So I did manage to get the two Kaos Marines from Blackstone Fortress, and that's a little bit better. They did not turn out as nicely as I would have liked. Now I did actually do highlights on all those edges, and you can't see them now. It's really frustrating. I guess the color I'd used a turquoise, and it wasn't the one that I usually use, and it really didn't come out very clearly. And I mean, I hit every edge. I guess you can see little traces and remnants of it there against the edge of his armor, but it didn't turn out very well at all. And I'm not particularly pleased, but they're just boring Kaos Marines anyway, so who cares, right? I did make sure to have at least one with each of the head options. Again, simple sculpts, pretty dull. I mean, not a whole lot different than the old monopose Marines that you used to be able to get in the cheapy little blister packs. But I've spent a lot more time on their Chaos Lord dude with the Thunderhammer, and hopefully he'll be done this week. So, there's those two. Let's see, what else did I paint this week? We got two of the Rosey from the other side. Again, very simple paint jobs. Quick Agrex Earthshade wash. I don't know why they had the bright orange eyes. It just seemed fitting for them. I don't know. They remind me of something nurgly, and I think it's just the wings. The wings and all the protrusions and spikes and stuff, maybe. I am not sure. But those are my Urazi here. They were kind of a test run for some of the other Gibbering Horde stuff at the other side, which I hope to finish. And then with that, I did manage to also finish up the unit of Bloodthirsters that I started. And sadly, I don't know what's up with them. Some of them, they just look really bright, and it doesn't look like I actually spent any time trying to highlight them or do much of anything with it, which is quite frustrating because there's at least 3 or 4 different shades of red that I use on these guys, and it just didn't come out well. So, for whatever reason, they just did not want to cooperate with getting painted, but I did manage to finish the unit. I did show one off last week. That was kind of my test run for these guys and their color schemes, but I did manage to get the rest of the unit. So there's the musician. We've got, I don't even know where that banner came from. I think it might be off of the Blood Crushers or Skull Crushers. I'm not sure with the blood dripping, but anyway, there's that one. It was kind of a pain trying to go back and make sure that I hit all the little corn icons all over their skin, because first time around I missed a bunch of them. Second time around I still missed a few. Third time was the charm, and I finally got them all. And this guy doesn't have any. I also went really crazy, I think, with the spray primer I used. I tried a red one, and it just really blotched up in some spots. Dude, every one of them that I want to find that has the marks there. See, he's got the thigh tattoo before it was cool, I guess. Not that I'm a big fan, and obviously got the big head crest one. So these guys are all going to hang out with Skull Taker and the Bloodmaster, who are slowly but surely getting finished. Hopefully I can have Skull Taker done this week. I have been plugging away at him, and he can have his little demon friends here to hang out with. One thing I've run into many times with the... Oh, wow, that is really, really bright. I am sorry. One thing I've ran into a problem with Bloodletters, not Bloodthirsters, is trying to store and transport them with their swords. And far too many times, this is not the first unit of Bloodletters that I've painted, and I've run into an issue with their swords. It seems every time I transport more than 3 or 4 of them, their swords get totally bent up. Usually, if we're going to do small-scale skirmish stuff, I always travel with the characters in the little manta cases with the foam tray liners and stuff, but it just is not cooperative. I've tried doing like with the push foam, and even then it's like things still get snagged and, you know, ripped and snapped and broken. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions for how to transport these Bloodletters without having them completely fall apart on me, I would be greatly appreciated of any thoughts or ideas in that regard. So not a whole lot to show off here. I'm not super pleased with how these guys turned out. I'm probably going to go back and do some work because some of them just seem really bright and it feels like I didn't do a whole lot with them. This standard bearer guy especially is really bugging me. Maybe it's just the high contrast of the screen and the lighting in the room. Who knows? But anyway, at least they're done, and it's one less unit in the Wrath and Rapture box that I need to worry about painting. So, with that said, this is iLord Tamberlane saying, if I can get all this done, what's your excuse? Come on, I keep plugging away at this every single week. Some of you, and you know who you are, who we've had this conversation in person about, pick up those brushes. I don't care if you want to do it or not. Get them painted. With that said, I'll let you guys all go. Bye-bye.